Hello everyone and welcome to Numbani. Way! That was my vocal replacement for the introductory music. Either way, something very exciting has happened on the PTR, and it's of course very typical, but that's okay. Normally, I don't do this sort of thing, but this is one of the coolest things that Overwatch has ever done when it comes to teasing, releasing, weaving the thoughts and fabric of a new hero into the very essence of Overwatch. Because we've had a map updated to reflect what is happening lore-wise outside of your matches. If we go through this door, we'll see a few little cracks on the wall. Look at that. So earlier today, I released a theory video on what I think's happening with the new heroes, Effie, DOOMFIST, this Ancora, how I think it all pieces together, and I'm very happy with it, and I still think it's very solid. I do, by the way, heartily recommend you watch my earlier today theory video that explains all of my thoughts on this, and then a lot more of what I say will make sense. It's linked in the description, so I really would suggest that. But of course, mere minutes after I release it, we get some brand new information, and I can't. I was sat here going, I need to update everyone, I need to add my new thoughts, oh my god. So, firstly, I do like the idea that Effie's flight is one of the ones that delayed. That's why she's still in Numbani. That could be kind of cool. Though I do think totally plane jacking would be a lot of fun. That's a great sentence. So, you see these cracks then? Well, yeah, the in-game spawn room has been updated to frickin' reflect what has happened. How awesome is that? This is unprecedented, and literally, I saw someone sent me, yo, check out the spawn room, because I'm apparently friend sends. Yes, I'm friend sends. Apparently, I'm good friends with an MC, but I was like, no way. And then I saw this, and seriously, it's been a while since I felt just giddy excitement with something cool happening in a game I love. And I just felt like I just had to immediately pour out my thoughts in a video and talk to you guys about it, because you could probably tell by my stumbling of words, I'm just very pumped and happy this has happened, because normally, when new information gets released, I like to take my time, I like to think about it, I like to mull it over, I like to put effort in and make an actual well thought out video, which, you know, is something that can't be said for a lot of Overwatch YouTubers. We're not going to go there. But this obviously means that I'm very late to the party, because the theory video today took all week to make, so feels kind of weird doing this, I will admit, but I can't deny the excitement that is building within me when I saw this and how I just wanted to share it with you and update you based on how I think this changes things, because the fact that they're really enforcing that it is happening right now, currently in the timeline, is awesome, and we can finally look at the debris. We can see these robots, which are robots that we've never seen before, but they certainly look very advanced. I mean, they have Predator-style shoulder cannons, they have the logo for Numbani, they're very much the peacekeepers from the looks of things, and this crater in the wall is undoubtedly Doomfisty, isn't it? It is very much, that looks like that robot got punched into a wall by DOOMFIST. It's just too spot on the kind of weapon that we know the DOOMFIST to be. Something that you punch and things explode and it's all good. But we don't really get much from here. No, we don't. But what I do think, and this is one of the major reasons why I want to add something to what I released earlier, is I think we might very well have ourselves a double hero release situation. Because they said that Hero 24 is not who we think it is. Who we think it is DOOMFIST, so that eliminates DOOMFIST. However, there is now such compelling evidence for DOOMFIST being involved, and that compelling evidence, if you would like to join me on my floating, flying adventure, is here. Yes, the DOOMFIST is missing. It's stolen, which is going to be hilarious in actual games when you are transporting a payload of literally nothing and killing and dying over it for truly a pointless cause, but the pointless suffering of my fellow mankind aside, because, I mean, who cares? This is very cool. So this effectively confirms the timeline that I like to think of here. Okay, Talon, I'm gonna go with Talon. It makes sense to be Talon, right? Infiltrate Numbani. They steal the Doomfist en route to the museum. They know about it. Obviously, Sombra knows what's going on all up in here. We've seen that. They steal the Doomfist. They bundle with the Doomfist to the airport, under fire, being attacked by the Peacekeepers. They get to the airport where they ultimately have to brawl, they have to fight, they're backed into a corner, and somebody uses the Doomfist and creates this. Which makes me think that Effie might be like, well, look, I really admire these robots, I admire what they do, they protect the peace, they all have 15s, but I think this really gives credentials to she takes one of these peacekeeping robots and enhances it, builds it into something much better than it was before, has a sort of super one that she somehow remotely controls or someone connected to her, and then we have the actual Doomfist itself coming in as another hero on top of that very soon after, in a sort of double whammy of story and awesomeness. How cool would that be? I mean, the thing is, the next Doomfist is supposed to be the successor. He's not necessarily evil or good yet, so that does put the possibility that whoever did this isn't connected with an organization. It might not be Talon. It might be someone who has just genuinely seen the Doomfist and wants it for the sake of its power to do an agenda that they have. Hell, imagine the plot twist if it's actually Effie. Imagine if she built robots to steal the Doomfist to fight her way out, because she could totally build something that could take the OR-15. She's knowledgeable on them. She's a robotics genius. And then her bot steals the Doomfist? Hell, what if Effie's got a little bit of an evil streak to what if she has that, I'm a child prodigy genius, I'm better than you all, I want what I want. Maybe there's something going under there. Maybe the secret project that she's going to use her genius grant money on is actually something a little bit nefarious. That's why she's being so secretive. She hints at robots being expensive. Maybe the money is finally let her build something powerful enough with the capabilities to do what she's always wanted, which is acquire the Doomfist. It would be something she'd be interested in. It's very much that kind of technology. If you added Doomfist level gauntlets to robots, imagine the destruction. Maybe there's a lot more going on here, and I just love the possibilities. Theory crafting is amazing. What do you think of that one, though? What if the next Doomfist wielder is an Omnic? What if that's the case? What if my theory that Effie's Omnic friend that turns out to be maybe this Ancora character is someone that Effie upgraded and built up, and then they went to steal the Doomfist, and then we have the plot twist of the Doomfist, this paragon of justice and then this paragon of evil, but both human each time, is now wielded by an Omnic instead. Omnic Doomfist. I'm sorry, this video is just me spilling out thoughts that are occurring to me while I'm looking at this because I'm so hyped, but Omnic Doomfist. Like, we're due for another Omnic hero. There's only Zenyatta and obviously Bastion, but you know, that kind of style. I think that would be really freaking cool. So maybe we just might see something like that. Either way, this is very cool, very exciting, and I'm happy to see this stuff happening in Overwatch. My name has been Rage. Like if you enjoyed this, and subscribe for more. Where have you gone, Doomfist? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts in the comments. Yes, indeed. A good boy.